my name is Kat, and last weekend I got to go to the Everything Everything movie premiere. First off, I gotta give a huge thank you to Warner Bros. Pictures for giving me this opportunity. They flew me out to LA and gave me a spot on the carpet so I could interview some of the cast and crew who worked on this movie, and now I get to share that awesome experience with you. So again, thanks to Warner Bros. Pictures. For those of you who don't know, Everything Everything is a movie coming out on May 19th, and it's based off of the book Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I read this book when it first came out and I loved it, and I was so happy with this film adaptation. It's a very faithful adaptation, and it just beautifully captures the soul of this story. The acting especially was phenomenal, which I felt was really important because this movie has such a small cast, so each performance carries that much more weight. And I feel like just everyone who worked on this movie delivered. It was fantastic. So yeah, I definitely recommend this movie. You don't need to read the book first. You know, being based off of a standalone contemporary novel, the movie does also stand alone very well. But if you like books, which I imagine if you're watching my channel, you do, then I do recommend both book and movie. They're both excellent. Now, we get into the interviews. You may have noticed in my entire YouTube career, I've posted exactly one video of me interviewing someone, so yeah, this was a whole new experience for me in many different ways. It was very overwhelming, like it was really chaotic and loud and there were lots of people, but I did get to talk to some of the awesome people who helped make this film happen, and after the screening they did a little bit of a Q&A and I got some footage from that as well. So without further ado, here it is. I hope you enjoy.
I have not seen the Grand Canyon yet. I hear it's great. I'd love to go see the Grand Canyon.
That's difficult because there's places that I've never been, so I want to discover certain places. So if right now you have to choose, I would do India.
Oh my gosh, Tahiti? Like I really want to be on one of those hotels on stilts. I'm like dreaming about it because it has like the coffee table that cuts out into the ocean. You can watch the. So I really want to see that.
There were a couple things. One was talking with Stella and seeing her voice and her take, and she talked about her taste in music, which is great, and her ideas for the visuals for the film, like animation-wise and everything else. And then I also thought it was really cool that this was an interracial story that it's not explicit. It doesn't really mention it at all. Exactly, and I think that that's just a powerful message. Is something that really like breaks it down.
What's our wedding song?
Yellow? Oh, Yellow by Coldplay?
Yeah, that was our wedding song, Yellow by Coldplay. So,
back in the day.
It has to be something from my hometown, so probably something from Agustin Lara. I'm from Veracruz, so he was from that same place.
I did it my way?
Alright, yeah.
I don't know all the lyrics. That might be a really like bite me song, but
This film.
This film?
No, I think this film was a little bit of a risk in terms of we're trying to make content that, you know, is kind of what we've traditionally seen and still serve the same like mainstream audience of kids. Like to me that's the most important audience, but like showcases diversity and showcases an interracial couple in a way that isn't explicit, and so I think that's kind of the most special thing.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
and I went skydiving 3 times.
Oh my god.
Yep, and that was awesome.
Yeah, you do it again.
I would do it again, but my husband won't let me. Because I won't let him now. He's like, can I do it? I'm like, no, because you're not allowed to die.
Most daring or brave thing? I wanted to jump off this cliff, but they wouldn't let me, so I would have said that, but we actually got caught in like a thunderstorm while we were filming. Like it almost sunk our ship that we were on. It was, yeah, so I'd say that probably would be it. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was brave to decide to be an actor when you come from a town where nobody else was doing that and there was nobody to point to say, yeah, I want to do what they do. I think it was brave to just step out and do it.
it's a biopic that I want to do. It's about Lupe Vélez, which is like the first Latina who made it in Hollywood in the 1920s and went from like silent films to talkies. And there's many books and biographies about her. So
That'd be awesome.
yeah, I love to do that.
There's a couple. There's one that I don't want to mention by name, but it's about LA in the 70s, and it's about it's kind of like the Sunset Strip. I would love to be in that. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I just bought the rights to a book called Shadow Shaper by Daniel Jose Older. It's phenomenal. And
We just saw him in Y'all West.
you did,
I'm like freaking out over here. I'm like, I know him.
I just bought the rights to that book, and I have the rights to another series of his as well. And I love his writing.
Lack of sleep for me, because I was starting writing when my little girl was 4 months old. So 4 to 6 a.m. I wrote that.
It was getting up in the morning. Once you're up, it's fine, but getting out of bed.
So just lack of sleep all around.
I was wondering if you guys had read the book before you were cast, and then when you were cast, you were like, oh my god, I've read this book, I know this character. Do you have to read it when you got the script and stuff?
I think both of us had to read the book once we received the script. And the book was actually an integral part for me as to why I was interested in doing the project. Because when I got the email with the script, I was like, oh, this looks like something that they're probably going to want to make with like a white girl, and why am I receiving this email? Like, they're just going to cast someone. Why did I even get this? Because that's something that happens to me pretty frequently as a black actress. And then I saw that it was based on this book, and I actually looked at it and read what I was receiving, and I was blown away by the fact that Nicola had written this book, which was intended for a biracial girl to be playing the lead.
Well, congratulations, you were so good.
So was that intended? Nicola, was that intended?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Maddie looks the way she does because my little girl looks the way she does. And when I was growing up, I didn't see myself in books. And I didn't want that for her. I wanted her to be able to see herself in a book when she grew up.
Alright, that is it. That is all I have for you for this video today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll have another video up soon. So I will see you then. Goodbye!